Over the past few weeks, a number of children have died after eating snacks suspected to be expired, bought from Spaza shop. Just last week, a child at a primary school in Roodepoort died and another landed in hospital after consuming food from a local trader. This is on the back of 22 pupils falling ill after consuming food from an informal trader. Let's get some reaction now and speak more about some of the growing concerns on this issue with South African Informal Traders Forum General Secretary Phaaloh, who joins us in studio. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika.
Thanks for inviting us.
Just this week alone, 62 pupils had to seek medical attention in the Tshwane area after consuming goods sold at a local Spaza shop. I mean, that in itself points to a very disturbing, growing trend. What is your view as a forum?
We are disappointed as the forum to be in that situation. Look, it's becoming very scary to live in South Africa, whether you are in a location or in town or wherever. It seems like we're living in a very unsafe space. But we did, as a forum, we did our take into this. We went to, by then he was still a minister, not a minister, but an MEC
yes,
for education, Mr. Lesufi. We spoke about this because we knew very well that there are people that are making living next to the schools and everything. We said at least those people should be regulated. We can't get someone who just wake up today and stand next to a gate of a school and call that person an informal trader and start giving things to our kids, unsafely so. We hope now Mr. Lesufi will see what we were coming up with, because we're saying every person who happened to do or to deal with food in our country, whether it's on the street or whether it's a Spaza shop and everything, all that space needs to be regulated. And we gave our proposals to him. By then he was the MEC for education, and he promised that he will do something. We are still waiting. We hope that that's something maybe that he promised us. It's the time now that he can think about it, and he can call us, and then we can do something, because our kids need to be protected and they need to be on a safety space.
Yeah. Just for clarity, who do you represent, and perhaps what are the prerequisites to fall under your umbrella?
We're representing people that are selling on the streets, people that are in the markets, mostly specifically to be in the city of Johannesburg and the Tshwane. Those are the people that are in the database of those municipalities. That means they are registered, they are recognized, they are given a space by those cities to be wherever they are. So we are not just dealing with any person who will just wake up tomorrow and feel that I have something to sell and then let me go and stand on a corner. Hence we are saying we raise those matters to say this space needs to be regulated. People who are coming up, specifically next to the schools and your stadiums, they need to be regulated, they need to be registered. It's people that need to be known so that we can trace them at any time when something of this nature occurs.
Is there any sort of prerequisite when it comes to falling under your umbrella? I mean, you speak about who exactly, but what sort of requirements would I, for instance, if I wanted to open a Spaza shop and wanted to be part of your forum and fall under your umbrella, what would I need to submit to you? Or is it perhaps an informal sort of association?
Not necessarily. We need there's formality on it. As I'm saying that most of our members, they are in the CBDs. They are registered with the municipality, whether it's a eThekwini municipality, they are registered, they are recognized, and they've got their details. So we're not just only representing or accept people who are unregistered, people that are unknown in our forum. We don't operate like that.
So you don't operate with people who are not compliant and not registered within your forum?
Definitely. We don't even really recognize those people as informal traders. Hence, we've got a problem, because anything that happens, they will just report that an informal vendor or informal trader was doing such and such. it's a sort of a sector in South Africa. It's recognized. So therefore it's regulated. It can't be just anyone who just stand up and go in a corner and decide to trade in any illegal issue or stuff called an informal trader. Those people, that's why we're inviting all the cities, the JMPDs, your TMPDs of this nature. We are saying they must work with us so that we can get rid of those people, because they are making our sector to look like it's something else.
Local spaza shops in different communities, over the past few weeks have been raided, and we've seen officials throwing out expired food. Many of the spaza shops are known to be owned by foreign nationals. And as you and I speak, I mean, you're telling me about how you don't want to associate with those who are essentially giving informal traders a bad name. And when it comes to the biggest offenders in the various areas that you know of, where are you seeing an uptick of those big offenders? Because more and more children are falling ill. We even saw siblings in Roodepoort, a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. They've lost their lives just from allegedly consuming snacks at a local spaza shop.
I like when you're saying allegedly, because look, I don't believe our members, if they happen to be in a position of those products, they are manufacturing those products. It happens when it comes to food. Look, there was a case in South Africa whereby if ever you are buying your polony and everything,
listeria.
Exactly. Then it was managed. We simply saying, even in this our sector, these things, they need to be managed.
So let's go. You don't think that these are manufactured, yet I ask you this because we're seeing doing the rounds. I mean, all of this still needs to be properly confirmed. We're seeing doing the rounds on social media, videos that still need to be verified, of course, by authorities with a thorough investigation, just to get a sense of whether or not this is factual. We're seeing and learning of products being manufactured in unsanitary factories, fake labels, being plucked on established fake labels being put on these brands and these products. Do you think that, that should be dismissed, or is there more to it when you say you don't believe that some of these products may be manufactured?
Yes, of course. Look, we are inviting South Africans, everybody. We see this thing, where is it going? Because those foreign nationals that are within our community, they are not there on silence. It's either they took over a spaza shop that was rented by a South African. Yeah. They are renting that spaza shop to someone who belongs in that community. They need to take accountability. You see, if we had spaza shops owners that are from Ethiopia or wherever, they come, they build their own spaces and they do whatever, then that would be understandable. But I mean, they are within our community. In South Africa, we know very well that a child is brought up by a community. Hence, we need to protect our communities. Those people, they are paying rentals to South Africans. They are living within South Africa. If ever there is anything that is wrong, that is happening in that, from a mere ward councillor, that needs to be very aware who is in this shop, who is operating in this shop, how come that he is here? Is he registered in the country? If ever he is not, how come that person can operate a space of a spaza shop? Those people shouldn't be allowed. But we tend to turn almost everything to hatred and to score political points where they are unnecessary by saying foreign nationals are doing this and that. But unfortunately, people that are getting affected, it's us as South Africans, because whatever those foreign nationals are selling, they are selling to us as citizens. Then therefore we need to up our game. We've been speaking to JMPDs, we've been speaking to SAPs, we've been speaking to all these forums that we hoped that they can help us. Unfortunately they're not. I can tell you, you go to CBD in the city of Johannesburg, there's a butchery owned by foreign nationals. Those people, they are coming from Maputo. MTN butchery. We spoke, we raised our concerns with officials. 5-10 days down the line, We see officials going there, taking packs of meat and going with them at home. And we see that whatever that we complained about or whatever that we raised as a concern is still continuing. So it's a very dire situation, my sister, and very unfortunate space that we're operating on. So when cases like this comes up, we get very disappointed and regret that it happens, that our sector that we love so much, it gets implicated in these cases.
So with all your cries for help essentially falling on deaf ears, what are you seeing now? Because, you know, the cases are increasing. The Gauteng Education Department itself has voiced concerns about this growing increase and really speaking about how the safety risks associated with the consumption of illicit food need to be scrutinized. What do you believe to be some of the long and short-term solutions to this problem? Adding to what you've just said, I mean, how many times you've tried to get the attention of authorities to do something about it?
We won't give up. We'll keep on making sure that we knock in the right doors. Hopefully one day they will listen to us. Hopefully our kids will be on the safe space again once we are recognized. And we are saying South Africans, they need to stand up for themselves, because it seems like whoever that is on authority, they care less. If ever they care, it's not only Spaza shops. There's a lot that is still going to come, because there are a lot of shops out there that are not regulated. I'm talking of your formal shops. They are selling whatever that they like to sell, unregulatedly so. If ever the authorities in South Africa, they're not taking up, or they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Rather, we've got politicians who want to be celebrities going on TV and shouting and doing, without implementing any of whatever policies that we have on the ground.
What practical steps would you like to see, just in closing, before we let you go?
It's very simple, my sister. We cannot have someone who wakes up tomorrow because he lost a work or a job, decides to be an informal trader and go and stand in a corner, pick up a corner and start selling whatever that is not regulated, whatever. Those people are not registered. JMPD or TMPD, they need to take care of those things. We can't have people standing on the robots selling. According to the law, it's not acceptable. Those people, they are in a danger of any other person. The drivers themselves, they can be hit by a car. And in our bylaws, it simply states that you are not allowed to trade within 5 meters next to a traffic to robots. But in South Africa, those things are happening. We need to be regulated. The space needs to be regulated. In the city of Johannesburg, even those people that are given space to trade there, legally so, they are not recognized today, because a city of Johannesburg cannot evenly go and mark a demarcated space. There's no marking. Everything is on hold. We get these MMCs they want to be celebrities. They come in and break the laws and do things that are against the law, against our members. So we are saying the authority must simply start to wake up and implement the laws of the country. Yeah,
very well. Thank you so much, Baba. Thanks for coming in studio and talking to us about this very concerning matter, the growing concerns of the regulation of informal traders, of course, in the wake of the number of incidents that we've seen just this week alone in Tshwane. 62 pupils had to seek medical attention, of course, after falling ill, allegedly consuming snacks sold at a local Spaza shop. That was the South African Informal Traders Forum General Secretary Brian Phaaloh giving us the forum's point of view.